Today we're going to be talking about Miguel Andújar and a possible reunion to the Yankees. This season, Miguel Andújar is batting well over 300, has a few homers, an OPS reaching 780 and 120 WRC plus. He's been really solid, and at 30 years old, maybe the Yankees go out and trade for him and find a spot for him over there at third base.
Yeah, obviously, Miguel Andújar came up, bursted onto the scene, Mr. Doubles, and, then kind of faded out between injuries, a little bit of inconsistency. And, now here he is with the Athletics, the Sacramento Athletics, and he's having a great start. And third base is the biggest hole for the Yankees right now. I was an advocate for giving Oswald Peraza a shot and just a little bit of run, especially when Jazz went down and it was gonna seem like Peraza was gonna have 4 to 6 weeks where he was gonna be in the lineup consistently. But I don't know, Ryan. I mean, part of me is kind of going back on that opinion, and also you have to keep in mind, like, Miguel Andújar is not that expensive because yes, he's having a good start to the season, but you look at his metrics, they're really not that great, and they kind of support that he's going to regress this season. So, when we're talking about trading for Miguel Andújar, we are not saying this is our trade, this is our big trade deadline move. And I don't know about you, Ryan, but this wouldn't even be my third baseman. This would
Yeah.
be another asset for the Yankees because they're kind of lacking right-handed bats right now. Miguel Andújar is a really good fix. He barely strikes out, 94th percentile in K percentage. And he's one of those guys, I mean, we saw it when he was with the Yankees, that just attacks pitchers, swinging at the first pitch. And that's kind of what you want, when you're looking at a bat off the bench. So, I think he helps down the line with that. And also just right now, I think he's giving you a much better performance at third base than Peraza is going to give you, especially now that Cabrera is most likely out for the season.
Yeah, Christian, you mentioned Peraza, and he's just had a miserable start to the season. He has a 597 OPS and a 179 batting average. And look, DJ LeMahieu's been playing primarily second base, and Aaron Boone basically said they're going to pretty much keep him there at second base for the immediate future. So that leaves the Yankees with Peraza at third. They also have Yorbit, who can play third base, but he isn't hit either. The Yankees could go out and trade for Miguel Andújar tomorrow. I mean, the Athletics have no attachment to him. He's a free agent after this year. He's making $3 million, like I said. So the Yankees could literally pick up the phone and bring Andújar in tomorrow. And at the end of his Yankee career, we barely saw him at third base. So you might be wondering, does he still even play third base? And yes, he has. He started at third base his last 5 out of 6 games with the Athletics. He's not a good defender in left field or third base. But look, I think you're bringing him in for the right-handed bat and the potential to have a very, dynamic hitter off the bench. I mean, I feel like Miguel Andújar could thrive in like a bench platoon role for the Yankees. I feel like he'd be great to send up as a pitch hitter. And he was solid for the Yankees, Christian. He had a 273 average and a 752 OPS in 259 games for the Yankees. And obviously, those numbers are not earth shattering by, any means, but he spent a large portion, most of his big league career with the Yankees. I think it definitely could be a good fit. He's definitely hot. This last 20 games, he's hitting well over 300, a couple homers. He's really, really been solid. So, look, the Athletics, they're not that good, right? We don't see the Athletics going anywhere this season. Miguel Andújar is not even a primary player for them. He's only appeared in 34 of their 46 games. So it's not like Andújar is playing every day for the Athletics either. So, why not take a chance on him? Why not go out there, bring in Andújar and, just see what he could do? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I don't think the Yankees would have to give up much at all to bring him in.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And if this move is going to happen, I think it's a move that happens quick. I don't think we're seeing this at the trade deadline in August. This is a move that you're going to get, that you're going to do now while Jazz is on the IL, and you kind of need some holes to be fixed right now. So, you know, stay on the lookout. This could happen literally any day, but it is kind of a sneaky move that we figured we'd talk about because I could see it happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And just on a personal level, I met Miguel Andújar when I was just a young kid, and it was just awesome. It was like the first big leaguer I ever met. So that would be cool for Miguel Andújar to come back to the Bronx. Why not? Let's make it happen. It's 2025. We've already seen Adam Ottavino come back. Why not bring Miguel Andújar back?